So starting off with the deck profile, we have triple Pacey's Light of the Ghoti. Really good card. You can banish it from the field and it special summons a fish from your hand. Usually you want to be hitting your lifeless leaf fish because that gives you access to your Schiff, and then you'll have both the tuners in circulation. I just play 3 because I pretty much want to see him in my hand. Same with Schiff. Schiff's not that good in the hand, however it is very good discard of the Supe package, which I do play as well. That is why I'm playing 3 Schiff, and I do play the Pot of Desires, so banishing a Schiff or 2 doesn't really matter when you play 3. We have double of the Snowpios. Now this card I think is probably one of the best Ghotis. Its ability to just recycle in terms of you can banish 2 Ghotis from your graveyard, they come back, and then you can synchro them off, and then they literally come back to the graveyard, and then you can Snope again. So it creates sort of like an infinite loop, and then you can target a card. I usually target himself, and then when he goes to the graveyard he is banished instead. Banish a fish and add him back to my hand. So you can create a nice little loop there, and that's why I play 2 Snowpios. I have the 1 Zep. People say play more. 1's been perfectly fine for now. His first effect I think I've only ever used once, so you can banish his card from your hand and banish a fish from the graveyard. It's a bit niche. Its main effect is you're going to be sending it during your opponent's turn to the banish pile, and then it's going to instantly reborn itself, and then you're going to be able to synchro again, which is kind of nice. And then to round off our Ghotis, we have 1 Exceep. I think 1 is perfectly fine. It's just an extender. You just search it when you need it, really. It doesn't, you can sort of summon it in the same sort of chain. I say that when you banish something, in terms of you banish something with the field spell, add it to your hand, and then it can immediately summon itself. You don't have to banish something again while it's in your hand. It sort of remembers. It's sort of like a gazelle. So I say in the same chain. They're in different chains, but it remembers when cards are banished. For the normal fish that aren't Ghotis, triple lifeless leaf fish. I mentioned this guy already. A Foolish Burial and Summon, and you can banish this card from your graveyard to shuffle back 3 fishies from the graveyard and draw a card. Triple of the Abyss Shark. Really good card. Summons himself, gets you an extra card to your hand, sort of does a bit of everything, counts as a level 4, and gives double of your battle damage to your Xyz as well. So just extremely nice, and just a very good card. I recommend playing 3 of him even with the Supe package. People say pick, I just say play both. Gives you the best chance to sort of play through opponents' boards. Double Silent Angler. People play 1. I like the fact he just summons himself from your hand without starting a chain. Really nice. And double of the Minai Ruka, a new sort of card from Photon Hypernova. Summons himself and can negate things during your turn for 2 turns, which is kind of nice. And I sort of mentioned it already, we have the Supe package, so we play triple Supe Dustwalker with the 1 Supe. Engine's absolutely cracked in Ghotis because it gives you a level 6 synchro, and the level 6 synchro from Ghotis gets your engine started. So really nice. For our hand traps, we play triple Hoppier Squadron. I count this guy as a hand trap because he's disruption during your opponent's turn. I think he's extremely good in Ghotis because he's a level 2 tuner, but he doesn't lock you into fish, so you can do all your fish plays, use him and make a generic synchro, which is very nice. I still run the Bestial package. It's not that good anymore, but they're just level 6 bodies that summon themselves during your opponent's turn. And level 6 and a level 2 make a level 8, which is all your good Ghotis. So that is why I'm playing them. And they're just, sometimes they are good in certain matchups, like against Phantom Knights or against Tillaments and things like that. For the spells, we have double Crossout, double Pop, and the 1 field spell. Crossout, you can just call your Ghotis and basically they'll summon during your opponent's standby phase. Pot of Desires to draw cards because we play so many 3-obs, and then the 1 field spell because I think it's good enough to play at 1, but I don't want to ever be opening multiple of the field spell. It's just nice when you see it, but you can play without it. And then for the last hand trap here, we just have triple of Infinite Impermanence because it's the best hand trap. So moving on to the extra deck, we have our big boy Ghoti. If you make him and he successfully resolves, you pretty much win the game the next turn. There's never really any reason to play more than 1 because you only need the 1 to win the game. We have double Ascan, probably the best Ghoti in combination with the double of the Orionpos. They just combo very well. And Oreompos is your engine starter, and Ascan is your disruption. We're playing the one Baron de Fleur. I apologize for the proxy, I haven't got a Baron de Fleur yet, but this is Baron de Fleur, just extremely good level 10 that you can make. We have the one Chen Ying, again, just very good, sometimes even better than Baron de Fleur because it comes out huge. If you Pot of Desires, he's going to be minusing 1,000 attack from your opponent's monsters, and he's going to be gaining 1,000 attack, so like a 2,000 attack difference already on top of a 3k body. One Roddy Rose Dragon, consider cutting it, but it's very good against Darkhold and things like that, so I've continued playing it. We have the one Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, probably the best synchro still, just a monster negate every single turn. It's sort of hard to keep up with that for most decks if they can't sort of out it immediately. We have the one Spell and Trap negate every turn as well. If you can get both Crystal Wing and the Drag Guy on the field, you've done very well and you're pretty much going to win the game. We have the one White Aura Whale. Never need more than one, because after you hit your opponent once with it, they'll just start summoning stuff in defense, and you can only destroy stuff in attack. So the one Whale. New addition, the Axel Synchro package. We have the one Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, with of course the standard Stardust Dragon, which is a proxy. This card's really good because you synchro summon it and it reborns at level 2. All of your Ghoti tuners are level 2, and they gain the effect to synchro summon on a quick effect the turn that they're special summoned. So that's really, really nice. It sort of goes very well with Ghotis. And when you do synchro summon using this card, it makes the synchro monster you summon unaffected. So that's kind of nice on a Baron de Fleur. We have the one Metaphys Horus, if you don't want to make a level 6, that's Oreompos. And then we have the one number 4 Stealth Kraken. Starting off with the side deck, we have triple of the Nibiru, still a good card against Cashterias, and you can easily out the token with your X Caesars or with your Synchros. Triple D-Shifter, most people main deck this. I don't think it's that good anymore, but worth playing in the side deck for decks that do care about the graveyard. Triple Twin Twister, you don't care about the discards, especially if you're discarding Shift. One Change of Heart, just quite good card, that's why I'm playing it. Double of the White Howling, a Floodgate if you control a water monster, which your entire deck is pretty much water. And then we have the one Angry Man, known as a Pointer of the Red Lotus, which is very good going first and sort of helps deal with your opponent's board. It's time to